All right, boys, what is going on? Welcome back to Scheme Kings. Now, we are back in this LOB Seahawks defense. Up on the main channel today is the first, real video that's not the intro video for this scheme. So we break down nickel wide. This is the first formation we're looking at. This is going to be our main nickel formation we use. Them 4-3 under is going to be our main 4-3 formation. Now, there will be, this isn't everything out of nickel wide. There will be probably the last video in this whole scheme will be a bunch more blitzes for this nickel wide, but in the main channel video, I give you guys a blitz, a user blitz that's with a coverage, and then our main coverage defense, which is going to be a cross man cover 3 defense. Now, the Seahawks LOB played a ton of cover 3. This is what they were most known for, but playing just drop cover 3 in Madden isn't viable. So that's what always kind of like, I'm a Seahawks fan. The LOB is my favorite team of all time, maybe in any sport. So that's what always held me back from doing them as a scheme. So I don't think it's really possible to stay completely true to that and just run a drop cover 3 and be successful in Madden. But if we use this cross man zone hybrid as our cover 3 concept, still playing at a single high, still playing a ton of other coverages, really trying to stay true to that, but just making it better in Madden, that is going to give us the best shot. So that was the idea with this cross man. So go check out that main channel video, guys, before you watch this probably, then come back and check this video out. Now today, there's still going to be a nickel wide in this video. I'm going to be looking more in depth at cross man. I wanted to go over gun bunch and gun tight just because those are the two most common formations you will see. It's just kind of who I man up, but I can talk about it some more. Then quickly, I want to touch on abilities that make this cross man and this whole defense just in general better. And then I have one more blitz coming up as well. So that'll give you 2 blitzes, a user rush today, and our main coverage that is going to be our main nickel wide coverage that you're going to run, this is what we're basing our whole defense around. So today's 2 videos are like the most important for this LOB scheme. Now, the crossman defense we are always going to use is cover 3 buzz seam. Now, the reason we want to use buzz is because that means linebacker to the flat. So that means one of our safeties is in a hook curl. So cover 3 buzz seam, our coaching adjustments turn auto alignment on base and leave match coverage off. Leave your zone coverage on default. That just means when you call buzz seam, those seam players won't match. They will just play normal flat coverages. So we don't have to adjust them, that we can just leave them as is, or you can shade down with that coverage, put hard flats on the field. So that is going to be that. Then the blitz we are going over will be at a nickel wide as well, and it is going to be at a cover 3 sky press. Now, really quickly, you also want to set your audibles. So you want to make sure both of these plays are in your audibles. In the main channel video, I show you which audibles to use. But the reason why we need to set our audibles for this scheme, I actually wasn't going to touch on this in this video, but I think I should. So we're always going to start when we're playing in nickel wide in nickel 2 trap. That is this defense right here. The reason why is when you'll see when I call it, I don't have 2 controllers set up right now. So we'll just come out. I just got to make sure. So see how 57 right there walks down into the gap. That is the reason, because now when we audible to our cover 3 buzz seam, for instance, he's going to stay walked down in that gap. That is huge because now all of our blitzes, all of our defenses can look the same pre-snap. They can come in. It's just going to allow for a ton of different possibilities. So that is the key. Always start in that nickel 2 trap, then audible to any of our other formation or other plays in this formation. Now that I am on the practice field, I'll quickly go over the reason why we want to man up these 2 players as well. So the reason why is, first, let's try to man up our nickelback. He's the one triangle there on the line of scrimmage. If we try to man him up, he can only man up Moore, Chenault, or Foreman. So he can only man up the 2 receivers on his side of the ball or the running back. So he can't actually do the cross man technique. Now, if we talk, so we'll exit out of that, or we manned him up, but he can only man up on players on his side of the ball. Now let's look at our high safety here, the one in the hook, Jamal Adams. Man coverage, he can man up anyone on the field. So he can go man up across the field. He can man up to his side, running backs, tight ends. It doesn't matter. So we'll man him up on DJ Moore, the most outside receiver on that side of the ball. So that is the reason. Then same with our linebacker. Man him up. We can man him up on anybody on the field. So now we can man him up on the outside receiver there. Now when we show blitz to stay in our single high look, which I go over in the main channel video, now all our blitzes look the same. We can man up players all over the field. Obviously now the nickel would be in a flat, and this is what your cross man would look like. So this is why we want to use cover 3 buzz. You want to leave your match coverage on, because then these seam flats aren't going to match across the field. Then if you want, you can shade down to put hard flats on the field. You can shade up to put clouds. You can leave those seam flats on the field because they will just play like a normal curl flat. And that is the reasoning we use that. Always start in that cover 2 invert play, then audible to our other plays. So that was a bit of a spiel I wasn't planning on going over, but I do think it was important to touch on. Now let's get into some more of this crossman stuff. All right, so we're looking at gun bunch first. Now, crossman, obviously the setup is going to be the same. Start in that invert play, audible over. Then we want to man our players up before we show blitz and go to the single high look. So we're going to man our players up, then we are going to show blitz. Now the reason we have to man players up first also is because with this safety, when he's back in his safety spot, he can man up anybody. As soon as he comes down in the box, he can only man up players on his side of the ball. So that is the reason we do that. Then in this defense, guys, we are using middle safety, deep third. Now, I do go over this a ton in the main channel video, so I'm just going to touch on it here. But user this player, keep everyone in front of you. But if everyone's covered deep and people are coming up open shallower underneath, then we want to get aggressive with our user and leave the middle and come downhill. Now, for gun bunch, the players I want to man up, I am always manning up 2 of the 3 bunch players. The great part about this defense is we can pick and choose who's been dangerous, who's been giving us trouble, what routes is he going to in his bunch. We just start manning up those players. So linebacker, this player, man up. This is going to be great for crossers coming across the field. Anything into the middle of the field, this is really going to help bag. Then if they run anything out to the sideline, we have a deep zone and we have a curl flat here. Plus we can man these players up and they'll be in a trailing position helping as well. So I love the balance here. I mean, you could maybe once in a while, if they're really going to their solo side, take this player and X this player out as well, but I've never really had to do it. We're really just looking at these 3 players and just manning up whoever we think is most dangerous. Right here, he takes a wheel route. So here he's running that 4 verticals play. So he has wheel route, now we're taking the wheel route. He has another wheel route, kind of the inside wheel route. We manned both those routes up. So those are both taken away, plus we have 2 players over the top. Then we just have 1 crosser going to the middle of the field, and I just take that and there's absolutely nothing there. He tries to throw that tight end wheel route up the like shallow seam. We step in front, pick it off. Here it is again. Here now we're going the 2 inside players right here. Same concept. Now he's running 4 verticals again. Manned this player up. This player's running out into this zone. This player's actually manned up in trail, but we just pick it up right away. I step in front with my user. We high point the football and it's our ball going the other way with it. Same thing, now we are leaving the tight end and we're taking the 2 outside players. Here we have hard flats on the field, so I shaded down. Right here, boom, we have a whip going out. We have this in-breaker breaking here. Look at that, step for step with him. Corner route, going to the outside, taken away. Flat tight end, going to the flat, taken away. Then as a user, I'm gonna take this route as he breaks in the middle, like we have it bagged. He tries to throw the corner route, he just had nothing open. Throws it into coverage, and we have the ball. We're going the other way with the football. Okay, here was gun tight, but he motioned to bunch. So same concept, same idea. We can man up any of the two of the 3 in this bunch look right here. So here he has a seam route going up the field, matched. He has another seam route here, matched, plus with the deep third right here. So now as a user, I just see both these players. I hop over. He tries to throw that deep outside corner route, and Calvin Johnson steps up, steps in front, makes the play. But as you can see, guys, like obviously it's gun bunch. There is going to be some openings every once in a while, but the thing that I love most about this defense is it's impossible for them to know pre-snap who we man up. They have no idea. If they really love a certain route, that is one of the most frustrating things in Madden, right? Like they consistently are throwing a route against you. Well, now we can play zone coverage around it, man that route up, and really take it away. So that's why I love this, guys. Here we have the tight end and the outside corner. He's running the 4 verticals once again. Match there, take that there. I take this route. He has absolutely nothing, like literally completely bagged down the field. It's 2nd and 22. Tries to throw the running back as he bumps off the sideline. Our flat defender steps in front, and we're going the other way with the football. I'm trying not to make this video too long, boys. We're already at 11 minutes of the recording, so I'm sorry. Okay, now we're getting into gun tight. So that's gun bunch. Man up 2 of the 3 on that outside on the bunch. Then you can mess with your hard flats, shallow flats. Like if they're playing, you know, going short, put hards, playing deeper, you know, drop them back. Okay, now with gun tight, I usually man up the 2 inside players, not cross man. So I go over it in the main channel video, guys. Cross man is when we man up across the field. So like this. So we have this player manning up here, this player manning up here. The reason we do that is to stop crossers, any inbreakers. Now they're breaking in towards the man coverage. They just turn and run with them step for step. It's easy. Now, most of the time when I play straight up man like this is to stop vertical routes or out routes. Now, what are the main things that we're going to deal with a ton in these tight looks? It is going to be corner routes attacking the sideline, vertical routes up the field. So you can cross man, but most of the time I'm just going to play straight up man here, straight up man here. Now we have a vertical route here. We have an out route. Flat defender starts to get stuck inside, but we get him off it long enough. Look at that, he's out there. Then he sees this route, starts to jump inside, steps in front, goes the other way with the football, and we're gone for the pick 6. Same thing, as you can see, we're straight up man here, not as much cross man, though you can do it for sure. Right here, boom. Out route right here, taken away. Vertical route taken away. Going to the flats, taken away. Maybe he'll get in behind this player, but as you see, like I'm in the middle of the field with my user and there's just absolutely nothing to do. Tries to go out here, triple coverage, get the knockout. Okay, now here, you can see I did cross man actually. So right here, I'm going to the inside slot. Here, I'm going to the outside player here. That's another thing. Usually I'll go on the inside slots, but if they're throwing it to the outside players, man up the outside players. If they're running crossers, all of a sudden now we can throw a cross man look at him that is going to totally catch him off guard. So corner route, corner route. So he actually runs this player to the corner, but because he doesn't have the clear out route, that is taken away, taken away, taken away. Check down is open here, tries to push it down to the field into coverage. We get a little deflect pick, going the other way with the ball once again, and we get tackled, I believe, before the pick 6. Okay, here it is again. Cross man once again, boom. So, okay, so this is a good one for the user. So if we're looking here, we see everyone's getting kind of matched. I'm considering it matched, manned up vertically. Now as the user, I do have the middle of the field, but if I have nothing holding me here, all the vertical routes are taken away, then I see a route open up underneath. I want to put my foot in the ground and break on this football. So we see running back Texas route. I come down on it. He 100% was going to throw this ball. He doesn't because he sees me breaking on the football. That gives my defensive tackle time to come in and make the play. But if you look at this, he is 100%, I fast forwarded too much. He's 100% about to throw this Texas route over the middle. I mean, it was wide open. But right here, you see, I see it opening up as well. I step down. He has to hold the football, eat it, go down for the huge sack. Okay. Few more right here, play action. Okay, so this is I can't remember what this play is called, but this is like the most popular type play right now. It's the inside seam route up the field, out and up route, the crosser. Super common, but we can just man these players up. So we man this player up, he's taken away. Corner route, running right into our cover 3. Out and up route, running right here. We man this, like it's completely bagged, nothing there. He has to throw it out of bounds. 1 or 2 more, I think, for tight. It's right here, playing in the middle of the field. Straight up man coverage. Matching corner routes to the outside. So bagged in the flats, bagged corner out, man underneath. Throws it into double coverage. Pop it up. Absolutely nobody home. Okay, cross man. I think this is the last one. vertical match, like vertically matched all over the field, tries to go to out to that corner route. By the time he gets there, we get the pressure in at his face. Okay, now I want to quickly touch on abilities that make this scheme, especially this coverage itself, better, but really all the defenses in this scheme. So it first is going to be edge threat. I had a comment saying maybe edge threat isn't the best because people are using, edge protector and stuff on their tackles. Fair, but I got it for 1 AP on both these players. If you can get it in your CFM, that's awesome. And so I get it for 1 AP on these players, and if they don't have edge protector, guys, we can get these auto sheds. Look at this. Boom, it activates, absolutely throws him to the ground. This is, tight once again, and he's down for the sack before he has any time for anything to develop down the field. Watch this. Watch this player. Boom, activate, throw him off of you, get in the backfield, make a play. So with this defense, we're rushing 4. So the better pressure we can get with our front 4, the better spot we are going to be in. So even though, yes, they can counteract it with edge protector, if you run into people who aren't running it, they are in for a long day. Here's one more. This is about against empty right here. Double edge protectors on the outside. I can't remember which one. So that activated right there absolutely throws him off. Once again, barely hits the back of his drop before he is going down. So edge protector, absolutely massive. The other ability is deep out KO. Now I play deep out KO on my corner, both my safeties. Where's my other safety? And my outside corner. So we have 4 deep out KOs, guys. I think it's the best KO ability in the game. Now, only works in zone coverage. It works in match also. So if you're still using my Bama defense at all, this ability works amazingly. But right here, so it is man coverage, but our deep safety is still playing zone. So even when you're playing zone, this can help. Watch this. He has a step on Calvin, goes over the top. Look at this. Richard Sherman activates, ball in his hands. This is like a 50-yard gain in my Super Bowl. Up 7. Look at this. Activates, knockout. Oh my God, we got it. Right here. Boom. Activates, knockout, ball on the ground, incomplete pass on a 50-yard gain. Same opponent. Now we're playing straight zone across the board with these 3. Now watch, same thing. So that was the safety, the first one. Now with my user, I'm getting aggressive in the middle of the field. One-on-one coverage on the outside. He's got half a step on Calvin. Ball in his hands. Ability activates. Early breakup. It's knocked out. Ball on the ground. So use those abilities, guys. You can find all of those abilities, those 4 deep out KOs, put them on all those players, 2 edge threats. That's 6 AP altogether for those abilities. 100% worth it. The last thing we're going to quickly go over here, guys, is cover 3 sky press. Now, just a heads up, this blitz I'm giving to you guys, a few weeks early, but this probably will be on YouTube at some point, just because there's only so many defensive things. So I want to give you guys this early. Then there will be more blitzes that you guys just get, more stuff that you guys just get. But I wanted to give you guys this blitz also to pair with the cover 1 blitz, so you guys just have more in your repertoire to use in this nickel wide until I have more stuff out. But I think this blitz will probably go up on YouTube like the last Seahawks video, LOB Seahawks video I did. So that's just a fair warning. So this is cover 3 sky press. Now we want to make sure we come out and cover 2 invert, the cover 2 invert play, audible over, the linebacker will be down. Then we just, audible to this play, show blitz. That's the whole setup, other than we blitz all linebackers. So show blitz, that'll give us a single high look with these 2 players in the box. It'll press our corners just like the Seahawks. This player will be down in the box. Then we take the other linebacker and we walk him 1.5 steps in, 1.5 steps down. So we want to be in this A gap, but we don't want to be down in the gap. We want to be up a little higher. Blitz all linebackers. There's only 2 of us now. Our user will blitz and this linebacker. And now this is going to be an insane 5-man rush. If they block 5, it'll come in probably 80 to 90% of the time. And it's going to be the same setup as the cover 1 blitz I go over on the main channel video as well. So now you're going to have 2 really good blitzes that can change up the coverage look on the back end. So show blitz, blitz all linebackers, bring this player 1.5 steps in, and this is cover 3 sky press. Okay, so here it is. We're in this gap. Now watch this outside linebacker. The whole O-line is going to pinch down on these 5, and this player is just going to come completely free. Look at this. All pinched down, tackle gets taken, and this guy is completely free. We still have 6 players in coverage here, nothing open, and he is going down. Same thing right here, curl flat. Now we can adjust our flats as well. You can play hard, you can shade over the top. It is up to you. We're in this gap. All these players jump down. This edge rusher comes completely free. Look at this. He barely has time to get back in his drop. He might have one of these players open, but he doesn't think he has to throw this ball that quickly. I don't want to pause this. I just want to play it once. Look at this. Boom. He's down. Just like that. Down. Maybe could have had something open, but he has to realize the blitz is coming. You know, we're mixing this in with all our coverages. He has no idea when we're going to this, and he's going down. Same thing. This is against a tight look. Same exact thing. These players all collapse down. This player blitzes off the edge. As a user, I'm just trying to take away all these hawks in the middle, and the QB is going down for a safety. So that is the blitz element, guys. If they send everybody out on routes, it's basically will come in almost every time. If they block their running back, then they will block up the blitz. But then we still have 6 players in coverage. They only have 4 receivers. We just want to do our best, take the middle of the field. Wheel maybe could have went to right there, but we have deep out KO activated once again right here. It activates all over the field. Knocks the ball out right there. Same thing right here. Okay, so this, I think I accidentally grabbed this guy, so he didn't come down in the box. So even though they blocked their running back, because that player was at depth, he wasn't down on the line of scrimmage. Now the blitz doesn't come in. So that is why you got to make sure you're audibling from that nickel invert play. Right here, he tries to go out to the corner route. Once again, deep out KO activates here, guys. So it works on corner routes. Watch, right? See how it activates right there? That's deep out KO. Get up, break up the ball. So deep out KO, guys, one of the best abilities in the game. Right here, same thing. Blocked his running back, so he's going to block up our blitz, but now he's only got 4 in coverage, 4 on 6. I hold the button a little too long. I get the drop pick, but as you can see, really good coverage all overall. One more time, he's able to block it up this time. He tries to high point the ball out here, and we pick it off, and we are going the other way for possibly a house call. Nope, not a house call. Okay, that is it, guys. That is nickel wide. Some great plays. I love this crossman. This is really, we're going to run a very similar crossman style out of 4-3 under. That's going to be our base cover 3 defense. So this is really going to be our base coverage. So if you nailed this down, you really understand it, you get comfortable doing the adjustments. It is a little adjustment heavy, so get into practice mode, rip through the adjustments, and I think you're gonna have a ton of fun with them. It's a fun defense as well because there's thinking involved. It's similar to match, except we almost get to pick who we want to match, right? So we can decide, I want to match coverage this guy and this guy. The rest of you guys play zone. So that's kind of how I want you to think about it. It's like match coverage. We can decide though who we're matching, where we're matching, when we're matching. So pretty interesting. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, anything like that, hit me up. That is it, King Reggie.